The views and opinions expressed on this channel are those of this channel and are for entertainment purposes only. Do not try this at home. And don't whine in the comments when you don't like. This whole entire time I've been talking to you guys and I'm on mute. Okay, so first of all, let me start over. First of all, happy Sunday. Welcome back to Commissioner Reviews, the Queen of Reality TV. I spent 2 minutes of just dead air, and I'm sorry about that. What in the world? When I said that I need to get it together,
What is that?
I don't know. Okay, like what? What? That was horrible. Okay, like literally the call dropped. A mess. All right. So what I wanted to say is this morning, feeling heavy, thinking about my cousin. Yeah, I know that I had a death in my family, and it rocked me and it rocked my family. And I'm thinking about her this morning. She's on my mind, and this whole weekend. And I just wanted to say that love you because she supported me so much when it came to me doing YouTube and content creation. She was my biggest fan. So when I don't want to do it, I think about her. So anyway, I'm waiting for a lead to come through, and I'm waiting for I think Erica's coming as well. So it's not gonna be a recap. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Um, hold on real quick. Wait just a second. Let me say something here. Wait a minute. Okay, my bad, my bad. All right, so let's get started. So I don't know why I feel like watching this episode. I don't know why I feel like I watched it before, but we hadn't. Brandon coming home was important, and I'm happy that was the first scene. Showing him talking to the babies. Them babies are so pretty. It's like one looks like Christina, one looks like Brandon. They're just so cute. But when they're talking to the children, they're very intelligent. They're very astute of their surroundings and talking about how him not being there and how it affected them, and them just asking daddy questions. I could tell that emotionally. Any mother would get emotional hearing their child say that, and I could tell it was affecting Brandon, as well. Brandon, you could tell, loves his family up and down. It's there. So I was happy to see that presence and to see those conversations. That was just something good for me to see. Hey Dina, yes, hit the like button. It is for free. Anyway, yes, to continue, I want to also get into the fact of Anthony talking to his wife and saying that his wife is strict and that the kids talk to him but don't talk to her. There's two things I want to say about that. First of all, oh, that part to me was odd, that you would say in front of the children that they don't want to talk to her. If they have a situation or a bad situation with their parent, why would you say that in front of them? That's a conversation that you would have just with the two of you guys and say, look, baby, because you're a perfectionist and you're strict, the kids don't want to always tell you stuff. Maybe come in a different way or whatever that looks like. But instead, you said everything in front of the kids. I was like, wait a minute. Then the kids get even more quiet and shut even more down. What's up, Lee?
Hey,
We talking about your favorite person.
oh
Uh
Anthony,
Anthony telling his wife that the kids can't talk to her because she's too professional, she's too strict or whatever it might look like. What's your thoughts, mama?
I
I
don't
know
think
that's
that conversation should have been had in front of the children. That shouldn't have
hmm
been a conversation in front of the kids. That should have been kids asleep. We having a conversation, like before we go to bed. That's something that you should have had then, not in front of the kids. And then for the cameras to pan on the kids, and they got their head down, and that was just very.
girl. Say it again. Just say it again. That was perfect. Yes, yes. Lee coming in with the fire as usual. Not the pan over. Oh my god. But yes, I forgot about that part. I'm happy you point that out. I'm sure I'm looking like if I could be anywhere but here right now.
Because why would you do that? Why would
Wow.
you?
So let's talk about how we have a new friend group. Christina, Kobe, and Kimberly. Girl, what did I say last year? You said it too. What did we both say last year that when Kimberly came, it was going to be a gang up on Christina, and they were going to become like this all tight group? Girl, now we
Not
meet
the
having coffee. Go
not
ahead.
the girl band. Having coffee while you pregnant is crazy. But I'm going.
Girl, when I saw that too, I was like, wait a minute, is
Well,
she?
maybe
I
she
mean,
could have been drinking tea. She could have
the
been drinking a
right.
latte. I mean,
I
she could
would
have been drinking tea or something. So I'm not gonna say that. But yes, having coffee while pregnant is crazy.
like, what kind of coffee date would that? First of all, if I'm pregnant, I'm not going to a coffee shop. We're going to a food place because all I did was eat, as you stated. It didn't that make sense. That whole scene to me made no sense at all. But to me, it was more or less a show. Kobe and Dr. Thompson and Kimberly are now besties. Okay, like y'all got a new singing group and everything else, and just pretty much kick Christina out.
That's crazy.
And
But for real.
talking about this whole au pair situation, which I mean I thought was interesting. So I wanted to look up what au pair was about. And it said provides flexibility and dependability, unlike a babysitter and other caregivers. In au pair, living in your home becomes a full-fledged family member, sharing a unique cultural exchange experience. They get to know your children and your family's needs and take away the stress of running back and forth to daycare or finding care for school closing and sick days. So I was like, I didn't know anything about this, to be honest. I mean, I know they said that a lot of black people do not know a lot or don't use it. They use it, but not as much. What are your thoughts about that? Having a whole person living in your house, helping you raise your kids and paying them for it.
So basically, a live-in nanny.
Mm-hmm. Not to
Oh
me. Yep. With a cute name.
yeah, a French name. Um, I mean, no, I don't know. I don't think that I. First of all, if I was to ever get pregnant, I would. I don't have to. I wouldn't have to work no more. So,
Mm.
there's that. So I can. I have nothing but time on my hands to take care of kids. So why would I need a nanny?
Because she's an influencer, correct? I'm not sure if she's
Yeah.
doing anything now. Well, she's probably doing pregnancy influence and stuff like that too. But she's overwhelmed and stressed out. Now, I'm gonna say this. I'm not trying to. Let me see this. I can say this for a fact because I had three kids. I was married. I lived at. I worked. I'm sorry. Worked, not work. I've done all the parts, so I can say this, right? I get it to be young and you are pregnant. When you're 7 months pregnant, you already like, oh my God, I'm tired. I feel like I've been carrying this kid forever. And you do feel like that. And I'm just being honest. But at the same time, kind of what going to what Lee was saying, Lee's not just saying nothing. If you don't have like a 9 to 5 or you have to get up and he does, he's doing everything, and you're at home literally most of the day, taking care of the one child. Again, it's not a shade because again, I had three children. One time I had a toddler, baby, and two other kids followed behind me. So I can say this: I did it, and I went to work, and I didn't have an influencer job. I had a regular job. So I understand being overwhelmed, being pregnant, and because you are allowed to have those feelings. Every woman has it, but girl, come on, you have one child and one on the stomach. What are you overwhelmed about? I'm sorry. Whoever gonna come for me, you go right ahead. Again, I have worn those shoes 3 times. And yes, I had my mother who helped me out a whole lot and my sister. So I was blessed. But I didn't have no au pair. And have somebody move in who literally go just take care of everything while I sit back and have cocktails and be able to go out and do influencer things and go out to dinner. No, ma'am. I'm sorry. I had to get off my chest. Leave.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
People gonna get mad, and it is what it is. I just don't care. Lee, I mean, your mama worked and took care of you. I mean, again, people gonna say maybe they can afford it, and they cool, you can afford it, but I'm not gonna
I
pay
wouldn't
so
I
hard.
wouldn't have a live-in I wouldn't have a live-in nanny. So basically when the baby starts crying, the nanny would go instead of the mom.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Because I'm trying to figure out what's the difference. Because there are nannies who live in the home and wash dishes, do all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The same. Cause I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between a nanny and an au pair, because of the fact that it's a French name, as you said. So I'm trying
That
to
is
figure out
fun.
the difference. No. I'm saying that's the only thing unique I feel about the situation is the name. So what
Yeah.
else is different between calling somebody a nigga a nanny? She kind of looked down on it a little bit. I'm like, what? You're just
So
paying an au
basically,
pair more money because of a French accent name.
yeah, I mean, I get it and I understand it, but if I was to have a nanny, it would be part time.
Okay,
Like, oh, I'm going back to work. Hey, you need to pick up LJ from practice, or okay, and I got a late meeting. You need to go to the grocery store. You don't have to get dinner started. I can do that when I get home. Something, those
gotcha.
minor things like, or hey, I got to be to work earlier, so you need to take so and so to school, or make sure they get on the bus, or with something minor like that. But
I agree with that.
a live-in nanny, a live au pair means that basically the things that you are. I don't want to say task because that sounds very medievalish, but that you are supposed to do, whether because live in a very traditional household.
Very much
So,
so.
dinner needs to be ready at 6:30 kind of household.
Right, right.
So all of the things that you are supposed to be doing, now the au pair will be doing that. And so that's a little. I wouldn't. No, I would have a part time nanny, and she wouldn't live in. I would hope that she had other families to tend to. But oh, I need you to pick up so and so, from daycare, or you need to go to the grocery store and get these items so that I can cook. I can start cooking dinner versus me stopping at the grocery store, and so minor
Right.
things
No, I
like
agree.
that. Oh, I need you to get Jacob ready, at 6 a.m. versus 6:30 a.m. Something those minor things
Little
where,
small things. Yeah, and I don't have no problem with that. Look, shout out to Lee's phone sounded clear, and she's out and about because she's outside, and her phone sounds so clear. Shout out to her phone. But
thank you.
but let
I
me
have
say
no
real
idea.
quick.
I tried to get it through Instagram and
It
it was
sounds
like
really good,
log in and do this and do that, and then it was like Google's not. I was like, okay, she needs to send this to me via text message because
and it
she
sounds
got up for dinner.
and give a shout out to the birds in the background sounding so clear. Your phone sounds very clear, by the way.
Thank
So
you. Shout out to Apple.
hold on. So hold on real quick. The one meaning that in the thing about au pair, it did say becomes a full-fledged family member. That's crazy to me as a
So like, can
description
you
of au
file them
pair.
on your taxes?
Like this one, girl, that's a good question. If you are a full-fledged family member, can I? Yes, because I'm paying you anyway. Wow, that's crazy to me.
Got it.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. So anyway, also I want to jump in there once again. Kimberly's
Hmm.
bad mouthing Christina when she's with the singing group. Okay, um, she's talking about Christina in a bad way. Kind of, she wanted to say, "Oh, we had a conversation. We're gonna let bygone be bygone," but at the same time, I don't have time for it. I'm gonna be it, Kimberly. Regardless of how you came to the group, regardless of how long you've been here, ma'am, we knew you after Christina. Maybe you don't understand that, and you having a hard time to get that. But ma'am, you came into the group as far as we're concerned on TV after her. So
Hmm.
it does give you trying to come in where she was already at. Ma'am, you need to understand that because I really believe you in La Land, Delulu Land, because you knew them prior to the show. We did. That's it. That's the post in my niece's voice. That's it. I'm kind of over that storyline because you coming in like, oh, I'm gonna be where you gonna be at, and girl, you're doing a lot for somebody who's new. Thank you. So let's talk about the double date, which was my favorite scene because Bravo finally got somebody together. Him and Christina and Brandon, his wife. And he was talking about his new club called Roses Are Red, a new spot he's gonna have where R&B and poetry, all kind of things. It sounded really good. Then they jumped into Lee's favorite person, who is Anthony, who did not invite Bravo or Brandon. Well, he invited Brandon to not to speak at the man's watch. I mean, whatever. Sorry, I'm probably saying it wrong, but the men's watch, whatever it was, but did not invite Bravo. And Bravo said he's going to address Marcel because he felt like it was their anniversary dinner and his wife kind of went in a little bit of whatever. So, uh, before I get to that, I did want to say I thought it was cute how Anthony's wife got the bowling truck, a van, whatever that was, to pull up, and the kids got on the bus. And I'm sorry, got on the bus, start bowling. But the part tripped me out how they still said Daddy was the greatest. I said that shit is fucked up because I think got y'all a whole bus for bowling right in front of your house, and you gonna still say Daddy is the bomb, baby. I've been hot.
When I tell you that bus would have left so quickly,
Thank you for your services.
put the ball down.
Look, now put the ball down.
Tell your daddy to call it back since he's in the
Look,
bomb.
look. Oh my god, my stomach. Not Coyote. Oh, she
Call your
looks so
dad.
pretty. Look at my girl. She's so cute.
Call your dad. Call your dad and tell him to bring the bus back
Hold on.
because he's so awesome.
Face never declines, period. Love that lip gloss too. Okay, never
Oh,
declines.
it's a two-piece combo. Well, no, it's a three-piece combo.
You always put your combo, but it's still pretty. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue. Christina's going to boot camp with her husband. Girl, I've been like, I'm not doing that. Now she's gonna be going to boot camp, which I think is cute. I think they're working together like this actually is a good idea. Let's not.
I
I
don't
hope
know
they don't
about
get
going
too.
to no boot camp because his boot camps is a little intense. But I'll do some yoga. They got a yoga session in the other room or
No, no,
something.
no, no, no. The music boot camp. He does that boot camp because he's a producer and all that stuff. So he's
Yeah,
doing
no, I wouldn't be
Christina.
doing that.
Mm-mm.
I can't sing worth a damn.
Well, okay. So what I also want to go ahead and get into the dinner, which to me was the favorite part, the best part of the whole situation, is when Bravo was going off. He was reading Marcel, and I was like, Bravo, let me find out that you know how to read. Okay, I was living for this. He said, I didn't argue with anybody. I don't argue. Barbara said, I don't know y'all. I don't feel you. If I don't really know you, I just keep it moving. I said, oh, what you thought about it, mama? Because to me, it wasn't yelling, but it was classy. I loved it.
That was a Lee read.
It was. Because it was very classy, very chill. Like, look, I don't have time for people to have no face on their Instagram on their profile. If you don't have no face, we can't have a conversation. Like,
With your two followers.
oh my god, that's how class is saying. If y'all don't know, that's how class is saying. She gonna really be saying it a lot more with this as the season go on. But what I'm saying is, Bravo was very to the point, and even with his wife saying, "Well, I did apologize, baby," it was them not just Christina for me. I know Kimberly couldn't stand it. She think that she is Christina. I'm sorry. For people who don't like what I'm saying, I think Kimberly came in, wanted to take Christina's spot, and she thought that people were gonna be all on her side because she has the two other members of the singing group on her side. She assumes that everybody's going to be singing the same tune when they're not. So Kimberly, for me, I'm side eyeing her a little bit, and her husband, even though her husband's response also was right, because he kind of threw his wife under the bus a little bit, because he did. He was like, "Look, I wasn't even arguing. It was Kimberly and Christina." I was like, "I can't." I said, "Not him throwing his own wife up on the bus." What you thought, Mama, about that whole situation?
I'll defend you in public, but I'm gonna check you in private.
Mm,
He shouldn't have threw his wife under the bus like that.
and did, but Anthony is messy as well, and he was drunk. Girl, what was up with that? He was drinking like that was
We
Kool Aid.
listen. Let me. I don't. Anthony. I think I need to change his name to Antonia.
Oh my God! Wait! I wasn't ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna change his name to Antonia.
Wait.
Cause Antonia, he be
What
doing
is
too
that?
much.
Oh Jesus! Hold on, this gonna be his sound tone right
What
there.
is that?
Yeah, he about to be
Oh
Antonia
Jesus!
because
Oh God!
he too sassy for me. Cause why you doing all of that? sir. You know, what you should be doing is you should be trying to figure out how you gonna have your Million Man March have more than 5 people there. That's what you.
Oh
That's
my
your
God.
unit. That's what you should be doing. You should be worrying about your next Million Man March having more than 5 people. That's what you need to be doing. That men empowerment brunch, you need to have more than 12 people there. That's what you need to be worried about. Not drinking like a fish at the dinner table.
Mm. So, I know this was gonna be a sassy episode. No shade. I hate to use that word, but it literally gonna be a sassy episode. So I know that already that we are gonna have a lot to say about it. Now, thank you, Lee, for joining. Lee is outside as usual. She is got her TikTok following. Please go follow her on TikTok. Lee, tell them about your TikTok page, please.
Okay, now I have 3 videos because I had to do a get ready with me today because my outfit is cute.
Good, good. Uh-oh. Just when she from talking about her page, all of a sudden this happened. See how the look how the devil be moving. Lee. Y'all can follow her on TikTok, Champagne Lee. Okay. So what I am doing today is somebody's son. I think Smooth's gonna join me today. Smooth. Okay, there you
Okay,
go.
can you
Okay,
hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. So
Hello?
yeah, I can hear you. No, you're good. I can hear you now. Okay, she disappeared. So what I got going on my channel is I'm doing somebody's son later on today. I haven't set it up yet, but I'm going to set it up so you guys to make sure you guys subscribe to it. And okay, there you go. Hold on.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry, I had a phone call.
No, you're good.
Uh,
Go and tell
yeah,
about your TikTok. You can
yep,
follow you and what you got going on.
yep. I got a couple of restaurants that I gotta. Actually, one of the restaurant that I'm on my way to, I gotta review that one, because they actually paying for my brunch for today. And I'm late. I'm like 20 minutes late, but it's okay. And then I got some get ready with me, and that's basically it.
And the name of your TikTok is Champagne Lee. Is that its name?
Yeah, my social media handles is the same all
Okay.
the way around versus my Facebook. But you gotta send a friend request on Instagram now because yeah.
Yes. She's moving differently. So yes, follow her on Champagne Lee on all social media. Make sure you guys follow her on her TikTok because her TikTok do be popping. She's also on a health journey, and she's also been posting. She used to be doing as far as cooking thing, but she's kind of switched it up, and she's on a health journey like myself. So I'm not sure if she has or not, but she's been doing like a lot of healthy foods and be posting that as well. So follow her for all those things on her
Yeah,
TikTok.
so far I've lost 7 pounds.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I went.
actually
Well, I'm not gonna say what weight. Well, no,
right,
I,
right.
I was 190 and now I'm
That's
182.
good. Have you posted anything that you've cooked so far on TikTok? Have you, as far as the healthy stuff.
Oh, I think I did the grilled chicken that I made with rice and gravy. Well, it was
That's
like a low
awesome.
fat gravy, but I've also taken my calories down to 1,500 calories a day, which has also helped me tremendously.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Well, also too, guys, y'all want to see my health journey? Please follow me on my grilling channel. It's under my channel. You can watch. You can check my profile out. Another channel is there, where I am showing all my different foods. I actually have made
Turn it down here.
cauliflower pizza crust, which was a really good, delicious thing. I made yesterday fried chicken healthy with panko. Y'all need to check out my journey and thing I've been posting because the stuff works. It's really awesome and the food is good. And I use nothing but Mrs. Dash and no salt in any of my food or any oil. It's just olive oil, and that is it. All right, y'all. I'm figured out for here. I'm gonna come back on here for somebody's son. DJ Smooth. We're gonna talk about it. I will see you guys
Oh,
next time.
that's gonna be fun.
Well, I'm gonna watch the episode. I heard people hit me up wanting me to review it, so I'm gonna go ahead and review it today. So with that being said, Queen's Reviews, Queen Reality TV. Y'all know what. One thing I want you guys to know, and that nothing that will never change about this. I am the queen.